What's up, everybody? This is Erskine the Prophet. Today I'm doing another UFC video. This video is going to be called Daniel Cormier is now a bigger troll than Jon Jones. Here, I'm going to put something up I want y'all to see. This is a interview that Daniel Cormier did at bjpen.com. And in it, the title says, DC still believes that Jon Jones is the best light heavyweight alive. Now, I want y'all to understand that this article doesn't have anything really to do with Jon Jones. If y'all remember, just maybe a week or two ago, DC and Jon Jones just got into it online because DC said that Jon Jones pretty much didn't have any punching power. So Jon Jones posted a video of him knocking out DC with that head kick. And in their back and forth tirade, Daniel Cormier himself questioned Jon Jones' legacy. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Cormier himself thought Dominic Reyes beat Jon Jones. So understand that this isn't about Jon Jones at all. This is about DC's hate for Jan Blachowicz. DC has not given Jan Blachowicz any credit since he became the champ. I remember somebody asked DC about him fighting Jan Blachowicz, and DC tried to refer back to Jan's past record, losing fights, trying to make it seem like Jan wouldn't stand a chance against him. Let me tell y'all this. If DC comes back, if he comes out of retirement to fight Jan Blachowicz, I got my money on Jan Blachowicz knocking his fat ass the fuck out. Straight up. I don't think DC, just like Jon Jones, can compete with the current crop of light heavyweights. These dudes are bigger, stronger, they're not as easy to take down, and they all hit really, really hard. So I think there's a reason Jon Jones vacated his title and left light heavyweight and supposedly went up to heavyweight. Me personally, I don't think Jon Jones is ever gonna fight again. I think he's done, but he definitely ain't fighting as no fucking light heavyweight right now. So understand, for DC to say something so blatantly disrespectful to the current light heavyweight king, Jan B, is because DC is a fat ass, jealous ass, miserable ass, hating ass POS. That's the only reason why he would say something like that just days after. Jan Blachowicz just beat Israel Adesanya 3 days ago on Saturday. He sat there, biased ass mother effer that he is, constantly putting Jan down in a damn fight, not giving him any credit at all. And then, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, I'm just so tired of DC's biased ass, phony ass. See, one thing about Jon Jones, I don't really care for Jon Jones either, but at least I respect Jon Jones as being a real dude. He says things I don't like. Like, I thought it was, pretty uncalled for, his Twitter tirade against Israel Adesanya after he lost the fight. Thought that was real uncalled for, but at least he a real dude. DC is a fat, phony ass, goody two-shoes, try to be above everybody, phony ass motherfucker, man. I swear, DC is a piece of shit. I got no respect for this dude at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, as a fighter, I thought he was an awesome fighter, one of the best ever. Where he's saying that Jon Jones is the best light heavyweight ever. A lot of us would probably think this DC is better than Jon Jones because DC didn't cheat, as far as we know. DC never used steroids, as far as we know. So a lot of us would actually put him above Jon Jones, to be honest. But to say that Jon Jones is the best light heavyweight today, he didn't say of all time. He said today, meaning that right now, Jon Jones is still the best light heavyweight. Jon Jones looks like he's about 240, 250 fucking pounds. He's not nowhere near a light heavyweight at this point. He gave up his title because he didn't want to be a light heavyweight anymore. Jan Blachowicz called Jon Jones out. Jon Jones said he would fight him and then vacated the title. He didn't want no parts of Jan Blachowicz. You would think he'd want a rematch against Dominic Reyes at light heavyweight. He didn't want no parts of that either. You would think he would want a rematch with Thiago Santos at light heavyweight. No parts of that either. I would even have given Anthony Smith another title shot based on the fact that Anthony Smith didn't bitch out when he could have when Jones need him when he was down. He could have bitched out and took the title, but he didn't do that. So for that, I think he should have got another shot. But, DC, man, I'm going to tell y'all, they really got to figure something out here, because I really think they need to fire his fat ass, because you can't have one of your main commentators constantly taking shots at one of your champions. Jan Blachowicz doesn't deserve anything but respect, even before he beat Israel Adesanya. But after Israel Adesanya, if you're still not respecting this dude, yo, you just a hater. You are just a straight hater. And that's what DC is. He's a hater. And I'm done with him. They need to get rid of him. They need to fire him. Let somebody else do the commentating. If I was Jan Blachowicz, I would tell you, hey, he can't call no more of my fights. This dude is biased for some reason. You know, he's real bitter towards Jan Blachowicz. But to call Jon Jones the best light heavyweight today is just the stupidest goddamn thing I've heard in a while, especially from somebody who I thought was somewhat intelligent. I mean, like I said, DC's a phony ass, fat ass. Like, I wish his ass would come out of retirement. Maybe that's what this all is. Maybe he's trying to set up a fight, you know, between him and Jan. And DC's a good businessman. Maybe that's his way of doing it. Maybe he's trying to set something up between them two. And I would love to see that fight. I would love to see DC come out of retirement and fight Jan. In fact, if DC came out of retirement, he probably would get the next shot above and beyond it. The only one I could see probably getting it is Glover Teixeira, because he deserves it. But after that, DC probably could come out of retirement and get a title shot whenever he wanted, because of the legacy he left. So stop being a fucking hater, you fat bastard. And if you really think Jan is so weak, if you really think he's not worthy, come out of retirement and fight him. Take the title from him. Stop being a little fat bitch. You fat bitch. I'm sorry, man. I'm just so disgusted with DC after reading that shit. I couldn't believe I read that article just 3 days after Jan Blachowicz beat Israel Adesanya. This is insane for him to say something like that. What is John? Okay, the last time I remember Jon Jones fighting, Dominic Reyes handed his ass to him. I thought Dominic Reyes won that fight, as did a whole lot of other people. Jan Blachowicz knocked Dominic Reyes out. So how does that make Jon Jones the best light heavyweight? Jon Jones talked a whole bunch of shit and could have fought Israel Adesanya, but he gave his title up. And Jan Blachowicz became the champ and beat Israel Adesanya. Jon Jones didn't do that. Jon Jones never fought Israel Adesanya. So how can he be the best light heavyweight? What is he basing that on, other than hatred and you know, just being a hater and being jealous and just being a fat ass miserable POS in general, I guess. You know, I hope I'm not the only one who calls DC out for this. I hope somebody else reads this article and also takes his fat ass to task, because it needs to be done. Like I said, that shit was just totally uncalled for. DC still believes that Jon Jones is the best light heavyweight alive. Is just insane, stupid, and retarded. I just can't even believe he would say something like that. You know, like I said, it's just jealousy and envy and hatred. Anyway, y'all, that's all I got to say. I would love to hear y'all comments, see if y'all agree with what I said. You know, I really hope DC comes out of retirement and fights Jan. I really do. I hope John comes back down to light heavyweight and fights Jan Blachowicz. Because he definitely ain't got nothing for Jan. I can tell y'all that. He ain't got nothing for Jan. Jan's striking is like so many levels above Jon Jones, it ain't even funny. But anyway, y'all, please leave some comments. I would love to hear y'all opinions on this. Please subscribe. I always need new subscribers. And please, please, please like the video. Please like my videos. Please. All right, y'all. On that note, thank y'all for watching my videos. I love y'all. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Peace.